Okay, so the premise is pretty simple. Phone cameras, of course, are fantastic these days, but these phone microphones can't travel with you when you're recording video on your camera. And also the sound isolation is generally just not good on these because they pick up a little bit of everything when you really just want to pick up one thing, your voice. So you gotta be in your bonnet to pick up a wireless lav mic for your phone. But these have a lot of drawbacks as well. They're very often expensive, they are heavy, and so they'll actually like pull at your clothes or something. And frankly, they're often just not very good sounding. They end up being the same experience as your phone microphone with the solitary perk of being wireless. But of course, there are good options out there. Okay, BOYA is a ceremonic brand. They're generally known for being pretty good, pretty affordable, pretty portable. I like them because the gear is good. I was a BOYA customer before they offered me their new product to review, and my integrity is worth far more than a $60 microphone. So you can trust that this is a real and honest review. See, check it out. Check it out, that's the BOYA Magic Mic. I did a review for it, I like it a lot. But I think it's gonna make the most sense for me to use the hello. I think it's gonna make the most sense for me to use the BOYA Mini 2 for the rest of this review. Let me get that hooked up. The BOYA Mini 2 is predictably kind of focused on being hella small. Seriously, the whole package is about the size of your wireless earbuds. You have 2 microphone transmitters in here, and also the receiver that you plug into your phone. All you do is plug it into your phone, and then you get a magnificent double chin as you place your little lav mic. So now you're seeing me through the video of my OnePlus 13's camera, and you're listening to the BOYA Mini 2 microphone. All right, I haven't listened to how this sounds yet, but my immediate first impression is that this transmitter is incredibly light. Each of these microphones comes in at just 5 grams, which lets BOYA market these as 5G microphones, which I think is very funny and maybe clever. I'm not sure yet. For my fellow Americans, 5 grams weighs about as much as a nickel. Also, how are you guys doing? Are you hanging in there? The BOYA Mini 2 comes in 2 color variants, lunar silver, matte black. I really wish they offered different colored plates for these transmitters themselves. That way you could select a different color based on your subject. So you could either make this a reflection of your style, or you can use it to camouflage a microphone on your subject. Like if somebody was wearing a white shirt, you could have a white faceplate on the microphone itself. That'd be nice. Back to the receiver. You can buy one with a lightning adapter if you have an older iPhone. It costs like an extra 15 bucks, but you're probably after the USB-C receiver. And so this works with phones, and that's about it. Really, I mean, anything that can accept a USB-C microphone input, right? So you've got phones, laptops, tablets, what have you, but let's be real, it's for phones. And that's okay, because phone cameras are awesome. The thought of doing an impromptu street interview is frankly terrifying to me, but I do want to test out these microphones in their natural environment, which is gotta be a street interview, right? Literally the entire concept of approaching people is my nightmare, but I think I can do this. I can probably do this. Let it be known that I tried. That was literally my best effort. Back in the day, I had to do like street marketing where I was selling cheap mobile phone plans to people and approaching them unsolicited. And I was 17. It was like my first job with a paycheck. And now in hindsight, I realized I was kind of scamming people. And so I get a lot of anxiety about the prospect of approaching people just out of the blue. So street interview, what can we do to emulate that? Obviously, right now, I'm recording with the BOYA Mini 2. Of course, if I was conducting an interview, I could pull out the second microphone transmitter, give it to my subject, have them clip it onto their clothes like so. Of course, these don't have magnets, so you are having to clip it no matter what. There are 2 levels of noise cancellation. There are cars passing, there's a slight breeze, and so there is a little bit of noise right now. If I'm dealing with background noise like a car passing, I hope that canceled out some of that noise. I'm really eager to see if this did a good job. This is without noise cancellation on, and this is with noise cancellation on. The last thing that I have to try is the range, of course. BOYA is boasting a range of 100 meters. I'll have to look in post to see how far this is. I can't even see my phone. I don't think anyone stole it. Okay, I listened back to it, and I think it's worth having a conversation about specs. Okay, somebody smarter and more reputable would take you through the spec sheet line by line and tell you where this is falling apart or where it's really good or anything. But the fact of the matter is that the spec sheet is actually really strong on the Mini 2. 48 kilohertz audio means that this little booger is taking a snapshot of your voice 48,000 times per second. That's really impressive on paper. CD quality is 44 kilohertz, so 48 should be good. 24-bit depth should mimic the full range of human hearing really well. And that should mean that you should be able to get away with a lot of yelling before clipping starts, or that you should be able to capture really, really quiet audio without having to boost the floor. Of course, if you're particularly screechy, this does have a safety track option in it, which means it uses one of its stereo tracks to record a much quieter track to protect you from clipping audio. All of that to say is that the BOYA Mini 2 has very good specs for a very good price. Now, it's not like BOYA is selling these at a loss, so this tells me that the cost is declining to manufacture a microphone with excellent digital components.
I like big.
But no one ever talks about the quality of their analog components. The microphone capsule, the preamp, the shielding, because that's the other half of this quality equation. I'm gonna switch over to my phone's microphone. Ready? Obviously, having a wireless lav still has those advantages. I'm walking around with it, I'm sharing it with an interview subject, etc. You have alternatives. First and truly my strongest recommendation is that BOYA Magic Mic. I love it. I'm gonna switch back to it now because I like it that much. We're back to the BOYA Magic, my #1 recommendation for a wireless lav mic. There are other alternatives as well. If your budget supports exceeding the Mini 2's price of $45 US, or if you need the Lightning receiver, $60, I think you should go for the BOYA Magic. It's a little pricier, but it's on sale often, it's way more flexible, and it just sounds a lot better. If your budget has some flexibility even beyond that, I would recommend the DJI Mic Mini. The battery life is pretty good, the transmission range is fantastic. But of course, that's if you can deal with it being $100 more than the BOYA Mini 2. The range is pretty good, the battery is pretty good, the noise cancellation was pretty good. If your budget is like $200 or $300 and you somehow stumbled upon this video, hi, I'm Jacob. I'm poor. Consider subscribing and liking the video. I get paid like 2 cents per view, which is pretty cool. After all of this yapping, I think you've now experienced the best possible test of whether this microphone is worth your time and money. Obviously, I have my own opinions, but I'm working with the same data set as you now. So how does this sound to you? Do you think it's worth it? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. As always, please take care of yourself. Sometimes you're the only one that will.